Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Renuka and we started this series in which we are playing with the intuitive thing, the watercolors, the other mediums, and we're gonna create one book at the end of it. And we are working with the pages right now, but we're gonna put all those pages together just like this, and then we can create one book with that, which you can work more. Like here I keep the space, you can write something in the squirrels, maybe the affirmation, maybe something else, maybe a poem. And then we're talking about the stencils. Here I just spritzed some distress watercoloring, some hero art sprays, and now these are a little bit of water resistant sometimes because of the shimmery sprays. We use the stencil, and at the time what happened, we used the stencil but at the time it didn't dry properly. So now we will work on this today in today's project. So I use this stencil, and which one I use? Okay, so I think I use this one here. So I just put a little bit of buff titanium, I think, on this. You can use anything whichever gives you a more contrast or something like that. And now I'm planning to use my Posca paints on it. So why Posca paints? Because they're gonna write nicely and work nicely on these kind of papers. You can use the acrylic markers also. Anything will do. So I put my acrylic paints and Sharpies and things like that in this candy, and I can just grab whenever I want. I put it on the floor or when my kids want to, do something, he also use them. So these are all the black color. So now we will start with the black color. We will make some outline first. After that we're gonna use these colors, whichever gonna fit better. Okay, so particularly on this one I'm kind of matching, although it will not match perfectly. I think this is this one. Okay, I'm kind of confused which is which one. Let's see if this fits. Yeah, I think this one fits here because I did it like little bit early. So now I'm just using the Posca pen. This one is 3mm. If you don't have this, you can use other metallic markers also. So this is like these techniques I'm working with you. I'm trying to find something new out of them. Sometimes I work with them but not much, or not the same medium one-on-one. Okay, so here you can just put your hand firmly and do the stenciling, and if you have that kind of phobia that I may not press it properly, you can put some masking tapes all around it or washi tape to hold the stencil in the place. Okay, so you have to remember one thing. Whenever you are working with these kind of inks, which is kind of water resistance or shimmery or something like that, acrylic paint on them works best. Posca pen works best on anything, but you are not able to get much marks with the other stuff. Okay, so now you can see that I have my stencils and it's having little bit of that color going on. So I'm gonna just use this wet sponge on both the side. Most of the times acrylic paint dries, so you don't have to take care of that. If it's a watercolor, it gonna reactivate whenever you start the coloring again. But if you can clean your stencils, just clean it. Or if what you can do, you can just put a bucket of water, the small bucket of water according to your stencil size, and you can put your stencil by using, just dip it inside it. Okay, so that will also work. So now you can see, now we have that kind of things going on. We have nice, not nice, but pretty one thing going on. Now we can just decorate it with the different paints I have. This is acrylic paint. Let's see if I get tone on tone effect on it. I use the buff titanium, but basically it picked the color from the background also, right? Background we spreads it with the some, okay, I'm just putting some kind of showers here, just spreads little bit. Okay, now what is the benefit of these kind of stencils? When you get these kind of stencils, they don't have details, right? So you can put the stencil, make everything in one color, or you can put the stencil and you know add add fun things. Like here I did first this stencil with the spritz it of waters of color. I didn't do anything much, I just put the stencil and use these kind of shimmery sprays on them. These are from Hero Arts, tone and tone metallic, ocean blue and Fuchsia gold, but you can use anything, Diana Weekly or something else. So you know what, you will get this fantastic results in between them. And then it's a matter of decorating. Now you can decorate it anyway, it's like it's your own thing how you want to do it. You can use the acrylic ink also to make designs on them if you don't have Posca pens, or if you don't have the acrylic ink markers. But what happened with the Posca pens is you have a nice great control on them while making the small design, and they will come in different sizes like 3mm, 5mm, so you don't have to have all of these. Just see when they have on the sale or something like that, buy one get one half, and then you can buy whichever color you like. Mostly I buy the things in set. Why? Because I thought that it's okay to give, like, you know, it's really okay to give the idea of that I like this color, I like that color, but sometimes you don't explore the colors in that thing. And if you have something in your stash, then definitely you will use that. I have few acrylic markers with the white, with the Artisa also, and I love them because Artisa brand. I have few watercolor papers. I'm using Artisa gouache. I don't use their watercolors, I think, but maybe one day. I have so many watercolors right now. So right now I'm using Daniel Smith, Vincent Newton, Cotman series. I bought Shimanka also. I want to make a video about it. I still didn't make it. And I have Daniel Smith granulated colors also. So I'm still in a process, you know. But I always saw that if you have a better quality water paper and nice paints, it will give you a nice results. Like the vibrancy of the colors totally depend on that. So now here I'm just adding the gold in that. Gold, black, white is gonna, like, these are kind of a pop of colors always. And now this is the thing, you can cut them out, you can print the butterflies on them, just color them, and just, you know, go with the medium you like. It's totally depend how you want to do it. Sometimes white on black also works very nice. I'll show you. Like if I put the white and then I put black on that, that also works. Or in between white and black, it's also work. So it's totally depend on that day I'm in which mood. I think this is his eyes, so let's put something there. And sometimes I just add little bit here and there, and then just I give it like time to breathe, and then I didn't do anything about it. Like I don't do anything, and then I wait. And one day I just started doing on it when I thought like, okay, I have that kind of matching stuff, or maybe I'll put just like that, and I'm gonna put this page here, so you can see the contrast going on. At the same time, I have this blank page on this side, so maybe I'll use this for collage or maybe something else. So we did this. I add something on this. I'm just waiting to, it should dry. But the same way we can add something on this side and this side. So now we can use our stamps of butterflies, or we can use something else, like I show you these for the doing. So let's create first of all on this side. Now we do some insects. We already did some insects, so let's do something else. And here I can add more gold if I wanted, but it's have that shimmery look still, so I don't mind. I have this paper. Okay, so this one is the all-purpose paper, which microwavable safe and oven safe. Okay, I bought it from Costco, and yeah, when you buy some things from the Costco, you will get so much stuff going on. So now I can put this paper inside. I can glue it down fully like this. Okay, so I have something to work on, and as this paper is so thin and this is also thin, so they can create some kind of better, I think, better together. So let's, what is I have this regular gel, and I can put, you can put it glue also, you can put Mod Podge also. I'm just putting this. Sometimes you need to give some time to dry your work, to dry your stuff, and in between you can work on other project. In mixed media it's always happen. So now I'm gonna put this full paper just like that on it. I hope I'm putting it right. Okay, then I'm just pressing. Maybe I can put, okay, then I'm gonna put this directly in the water. So I have so many water jars around me, like if I put my hand in a glue, I'm gonna just put this. If I want to put something, I put like any glue cap or something which should not, I should not rush inside. This is mostly for the watercolors. So having these hands make things easier. And then I'm just putting this. So we have this side, and now we have this side also. Okay, so now it's a little bit dry, so we can work on them again. And then I'm gonna put this purple marks, which is kind of matching to it. Sometimes I have that blank space in between, so I'm gonna just put and cover that, and I'll add black dot afterwards. Look, this is the no stress method, so it's not like perfectly we are doing. Okay, we have this, so something like that. I'm just making silly eyes to it. Let's see how it works. Something there are still wet, so that is not taking color properly, but it's totally fine. Now on this side we already have that cricket. This side we can do the butterfly. I'm willing to do butterfly, but this time we will draw it. So I'm gonna just make it half. See, where is my line? You can do half butterfly on this side, half butterfly on that side. Like if I draw this butterfly, I can just make it half on this side, half on that side. That will also work. I will show you how you can create the stencil with this kind of butterfly. So I just drew it, and then you can just cut apart and open, and you can make this butterfly pop up also. So rather than making a stencil of this butterfly, we gonna make it this time a real pop-up one. And for that, I'm gonna put it aside. We're gonna cut these wings first, so we're gonna get other half of it also. This is normal copy paper. This is not much fancy. If it's a watercolor paper, it took me little bit harder to cut, but if you use watercolor paper, then it's really nice because you can do more techniques on that. I just want to show you the pure explain on it. Okay, so this is trash, we're gonna throw it. These antenna, you can put the antennas, you cannot, it's totally depend how you want. I'm just putting the antennas, and then you will get a pretty symmetrical butterfly. You don't have to color it symmetrically. I'm gonna push this in trash, and then if I open it, you'll get this wonderful butterfly. I'm gonna just remove these pencil marks which is inside. Okay. Now after getting this butterfly, you can just split it and make it work. You can just put it, and I will show you how that thing will work. Like this paper is, I'll show you the on other paper. So you remember we have this before, and then we make this. So now I will do the dual thing here. I'm gonna put this butterfly just like that. Okay, and then it's like I'm trying to put it in exact middle tentatively. Okay, and then I will grab some sprays and show you some spray techniques on it. So I have distress inks, I have this distress spreads, distress oxide, I have many of them. You can try what works and how it works. Don't think too much, I must say. Just play, have fun, see what you like most, right? Sometimes it's more darker, you don't like it. I have one shimmery spray also, one water resistant spray also. So this is kind of a shimmer. Although we have a lots of shimmer, I can put more shimmer there. And now you can see beneath it we will get the exact butterfly shape shell out. I'm gonna show you. I will just lift it very carefully, and now you can see. Now I'm gonna put it aside for drying. And here, whenever you have excess colors, you can put those colors on anything you already have. So I can put this here and just press with my hands. So I will get, because remember this is the copy paper, right? So we don't have much strength in the copy paper or tissue paper. You have to use it very nicely. Volume will also work very nice on this. So I just put that extra paint there, whatever is left. And now I have this wonderful beautiful butterfly. So you can make mark pencils with them, pencil, and then you can decorate it, or just we do for this one, or you can just keep it aside just like that, and you can add and stick these here. And if I want to add this, or I can add this, like you have to see, I'm just showing you the options. Maybe you have a different color choices you can put there, or let me show you one more thing like this. you have to see that in which color it gonna look beautiful. Now look, this is like purple sing one, so this is not looking that prominently good on this. This will look beautiful on this, but we don't want to put on this because we already have so much going on here. So this paper, no, on this it's already purple, so if you want you can put it. If you don't want, you can't. You can just see, if I fold this paper, it's gonna get me half butterfly on this side, and then I will put this here. So you can do this on acetate also. Just use the acrylic sprays or acrylic inks for acetate. So what happens when it's on the acetate, I will show that also one day. So what happens when it's on acetate, now you can see it will come on this side. So it will come on like this side, okay? So it will like this, but this side it's not popping out, so we're gonna skip it. Maybe we can put it here, the full butterfly on the yellow. It's looking so much brighter and pretty. So I showed you the technique, but I don't think so either of these papers are worthy of putting this butterfly. Like this might be, but this is more, we need, this is kind of mixing, so we need more. And on the back side you can write some journaling or something like that, and you can just stick these body of the butterfly in exactly middle, okay? So we'll use this, but not on these papers, maybe on something else. Then we have, then I want to show you something else. As I showed you this one, I will show you how I create that. So what is this paper? So whenever I have extras on the stencil, I just put that on this paper, and I will show you how I do that. So for this side, the stencil on this side, okay? So I have few of them, you might see before in my India haul. So look, these stencils I never ever wash. They use with the watercolors. So I'll show them how these are the same stencils. I use that. So sometimes what happened, I started the video, I film it half. Maybe I have a footage of this, that how I put these things. So I think they are set in a 4. Okay, they are set in a 4, and these are few more stencils. So let's go with these two first. Simple and easiest way to work with these stencils is just spritz it, the sprays, whatever you have, that gonna work. If you want to use this stencil, now this paper is a cold press water paper, so you will not get a very good effect on this, but still I will show you. So let's take a little bit of color. And I'm gonna use the same colors which is already there, like oranges, yellows and things like that. So here I use the orange. So you are just creating the background, okay? You are not creating the perfect stencils. If you want to do that, use the distress oxide or distress colors for that kind of technique. Here we are just using the watercolor, and we are just going ahead without the blank paper. We don't want the blank paper, so we are doing this. Nothing fancy. I'm just dipping the brush, taking the color. The vibrancy of the color gonna take the things. If you want more muted one, you can add a white or any neutral based color to it to get it, okay? So I'm just putting these things. I'm not using the stencil brush, I'm using the watercolor brush. Nothing fancy. Again, pretty simple. So what happens sometimes when this paper is cold press, it's having the rough texture. The tooth and picks of the paper, when they press the fibers of the paper, that create that valley in them, and then what happen, whatever colors you are putting get more texture. So when it's this kind of paper, you will get little bit clumsier, little bit more, you know, mixed result with it. And then I'm gonna just lift it and you can see. Okay, so sometimes you get a good effect, like this one is better than whatever we do on backside of it. I'm gonna put it for drying and then I will show you what I'm talking about. So you saw this paper, they're having so much. So what I did is, whichever side I put the color, I'm gonna put just this side there. And then I'm just pressing. So here you can use the paper or any cloth you're using. And then I'm just putting that color down. Okay. So when I lift this stencil, you can see there are a little bit of color of that stencil going on. Okay. If it's totally white, you will see more of it. Like this. And I'm gonna put this also. Another way of activating it is just spritz it with the water and oops, I put it with the spray, so I got spray on that. But if I spritz it with the water, I will get more of it. So where is my water? Okay, so this, so now we have color on which side, then we can just transfer that color on other side. We don't want to put the color leave one side, right? And then I'm gonna wash all these stencils, nothing fancy. Okay, so I'll use the water, or if you have a shower head, that will be the awesome idea. And then I just clean this, whatever I put on the sprays and something like that. I just clean it. I don't want any residue. If I'm doing something else, then mostly I do watercolors, so that's gonna catch it. So you know, I'm gonna just take all that spritz with the color, and I'm getting already some kind of nice photo here. Now I have this Wild Honey Distress sprayer, and I want to put this is, and what I do, I'm gonna put this butterfly exactly middle of it, and I will take that. Let me just grab this. Now you can see we are grabbing so much color on this that we have the very colorful paper. Now on the back side, okay, on the back side I want, so I'm gonna just put this paper in half. I just fold it so I know the middle. That crease will help me to do. I'm gonna flip this butterfly, and now I'll use this color. Sometimes these clog out, so what I do is I just open them and put it in the running water, and then put it in the water, in a water jar. Or you can just clean it. There is one more trick I learned from, I don't know, so sorry, I forgot the name, but I got that trick from the person on YouTube, and she said that if we just put few drops of water, if you are living in Arizona or something like that, I think she lives in there, and then you can just put few drops of water inside it, and then you can put it so it will not dry. Okay, so now I put the yellow one here, and you can see few color are going outwards also. So I just gonna pick again this one, put it here, and then you can grab these colors on the sides if you want, or you can just use this. Again I will put some water. I don't want to mess with the water now this time. So I have one. So if you have few water bottles or spritz it bottle, what you can do, you can put a little bit of shimmer in that, very fine shimmer, so that you can use them as a so now we need to dry this one. You can use them as a shimmer bottle. Okay, And then on this side, I will not put this side directly on it because I just clean it. I'm gonna put on this so you can see. So now I have this beautiful butterfly on both the side. Here I can write, here I can write, but I want to put it here. Okay, and I don't want to put these wings here. So what will I do? I'm gonna glue just up till here and this, so it will also become a part of the watercolor journal. So I use this art glitter glue for everything, and when I open it you can see everything is kind of getting messy. I'm using this after I think little bit longer time, and if you see I get these kind of things inside. And if I put it here, so what will I do again? I'm going to put this in the jar, let it sit down there. I will use any brush. Now there are some brushes like this one which I just use for acrylic or doing Mod Podge or things like that, and I will use this to use the glue. Look, when you are in flow, you are in doing something, then don't waste your time washing the stuff and removing the clogs or something like that. Just utilize that time for your craft. Put some jars, water jars like that with you, and I'm using again the same paper towel to just grab the extra glue from this. I have few here. So now what happened, I can just open this little bit, right? You can see I can just open that, and this side also I can just open it, and this side we have that stuff going on. I'm going to put that extra color on this just by pressing. So we have so many techniques to create the things we want to create, like this, like this. So we created these papers today. In the next one we will create the next one. And remember, this is not done. If you want to add something on this, you want to write something in this, you want to add shimmer, you want to add gel pens, there are so many things you can do. Okay, now you can see this page looks here. You can add more things. You can cut apart another butterfly around it, so it's like a shape little bit bigger than that, and that gonna match here. If I put the butterfly on the same side, it's little bit up, it's little bit down, so it will not work. But I can make this page fancy. So what I can do, I can just grab and make little bit. Let's do that for this one. So now to make and add a curve on this, you can use any stuff you have at home, or you can just use the curvy tools which you get. I will show you the simple one like this one. If I want to grab this one, I will just put to cover all the butterfly, and then I just want to, if I put this line here, I will just get a circular shape kind of stuff. Okay, and what will I do with the remaining paper? Remaining paper I can use for anything. I can just enhance this circle by adding the markers around it, or I just gonna keep it just like that. Okay, so I will show you. And sometimes I have extra color in my watercolor brush. The pigments are very nice and high, so I just make these kind of marks on the paper. I always put one paper aside. If you don't want to use your high quality water paper, if you are using arches or something, buy some cheap papers to put these kind of marks, or you can use the copy paper, mixed media paper, any paper you have. And then I can have it. So these paper I will not throw, I can use them for anything else. Now you can see we have this fancy paper kind of thing going on, and then we can add this anywhere. If you want to add this here, you can add this here also, like this, okay? Or if I don't want to add there, you can change the positions always, because we will not bind this book yet, so you can change the position always. You can have your own things going on, right? You can put this paper in the middle so that you can see that butterfly here. That will also work, that will also look nice. And then this, so we create this much papers, and we have this stencils paper today, and that is also fun. Stencil on both the side. We create this shadow effect also, so we can add that paper also. So in the next video, what will we do? We'll do something on this and this, and see how it's going together. Now these papers are smaller, these are bigger, you can see the size. So if I want this one to the cover of my page, I can do that, and I just have to fold it. Look, I have so many tools that I can use it, but I'm not using. I just want to get it done with the simple things. If you don't have the water sprays, you can just add little bit of watercolor in your water sprays, and that will also do the work, okay? So until the next crafty project, have a crafty like. I hope you're liking this series and you want to create more out of this series, or you want to do something out of it, or you want to pick some ideas and get your own twist to those things. That is also fine. There are so many ways I want to explore, teach and learn with you, so that you know I have that kind of stuff going on in my mind. So it's like we did much of it, right? So see you in the next class where we can see what we can do in the next video. Okay, until the next crafty project, have a crafty life. Bye bye and take care.